What's going on, Aries? I hope you are doing super well. This is the Autistic Mystic, and this is going to be a reading for May 2022. So in this reading, Aries, we're going to take a look at your overall general energy for May 2022. We're going to take a look at some things you do not see coming for May. We're also going to get some advice and messages from your angels and spirit guides and much more. Before we get into the reading though, Aries, I'd like to let you know that you are definitely very welcome here in this space with me as we go through this reading. I appreciate you taking the time to drop by and check this reading out. And if you feel that it resonates with you, definitely smash that like button, subscribe if you have not already. For future updates, that'd be greatly appreciated over here. I've also pre-shuffled some oracle cards, and we will be clarifying these cards as we go through the reading as well. And for the returning viewers, as you can see, this is a little bit of a different setup today. I'm on camera, I just got a new camera, so we'll see how this new setup goes. Let me know what you think of it in the comments below. But without further ado, Aries, give me a moment and we'll pull the energy for May 2022 for you. As always, I'd like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides who are overseeing this act of divination for the sign of Aries. Okay, Aries, give me a moment. We'll lay out these cards and see what it is that would like to come through for you. Okay. All right, Aries. So your opportunity here for May 2022 is the Three of Wands is your opportunity. So a lot of planning. Some of you may be planning to move. Some of you may have plans in your business or just with a new person in relationships. Like, this is an optimistic outlook. The Three of Wands is all about optimism, feeling like you have some sort of win under your belt, but there's way more to go. There's more to go out. You see the boats coming in. So your plans have worked up until this point. Whatever it is you choose to manifest, Aries, whatever direction you're moving in, your opportunity is to realize that you're moving in the right direction here. You're moving in the right direction, but your challenge here is the Judgment card. Okay, Judgment. So I feel like you're hearing a call from Spirit. It's coming through as a call from Spirit to move in a certain direction that I'm just getting the feeling like you may feel like you're screwing someone over, maybe even financially. A lot of you guys may be leaving, what I'm sensing, Aries, you may be leaving a job, or you may be leaving someone who has provided you money in the past. I'm not sure why. Or this could even be with your family, if they always were like around you. Like, I feel like you're getting ready to go on a very big adventure, and Spirit is really calling you to don't be afraid to go your own way and cut ties with certain people that don't belong there. Now, we're going to have to clarify, Aries, but your overall general energy here, you have the Page of Swords, the Three of Swords, and also the Ace of Pentacles in your overall general energy for May 2022, Aries. So first of all, with this Page of Swords here, I really think there's someone in your reality here who you might want to be careful with, Aries. I feel like there's when it comes to the success that you have in your life right now with the Three of Wands, it's always important to remind yourself that a bit of luck has gone into it. People have probably helped you in certain ways, and I don't know why, Aries, there's this message from Spirit to treat someone like how you would want to be treated, but there is a feeling of this is either someone that you're going through a breakup with, like someone you're in a situationship, and like maybe your money is kind of with this person and you're getting ready to go in a different direction here. And what you don't see coming is a lot of freedom for you. So this is going to be moving away from any like dependence on other people. You also have, the opportunity, the Three of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles here in your overall general energy. It looks good for business. Like, I'm getting the feeling like you are going to be, like, some of you may be traveling here for sure in May. If that's not the case here, there's this feeling of like, I don't know, like there's a feeling like you may not be aware of how much you're hurting someone simply by expanding. And I get the feeling like this either has to do, some of you, with money, or it has to do with maybe you're done with a relationship and you're very tied. It's like this feeling of being tied to like a loyalty that you want to respect. So there's basically this feeling where there's I think someone's giving you unconditional love, Aries. It's a really weird feeling. Someone's giving you unconditional love, but it's almost too much for you to handle and you don't even need it anymore. Because, like, from the person, I don't know who this is, Aries, but there's someone in your reality, maybe it's like a boss at work who, like, helped you out, who promoted you, and then you're like, sorry, I gotta go over here. Or it's like a lover who's just continually, like, you could mess the relationship up as many times as you want, and they're just continually like, no, I'm still here. But you have problems with this person. So, like, in what you don't see coming, Aries, it's going your own way, going on your own adventure, and it's gonna upset someone. You wanna go on this adventure, you want to cut ties with whoever this frequency that I'm describing is, but you want to do it in a graceful way. And what you don't see coming here, you have the Temperance card. You have, once again, the Two of Wands, a splitting in your timeline here. Two of Wands, Three of Wands, and you also have the Four of Wands. A lot of like 2, 3, 4 of Wands here. I sense that you have a lot more people that you need to meet up with. Two of Wands, Four of Wands. And the Temperance, emotional alchemy. I feel like, Aries, there's a relationship or there's a situation in your life that has come to an end in terms of the expansion as it's been now. So the Temperance card is all about emotional alchemy and the successful merging of opposites. Basically what it's saying is like the person, or I'm just getting a person or like a group of people who have helped you and they got you to where you are, basically, Aries. It's time for you to kind of like get out of that nest, because otherwise you're not going to make yourself happy here. The Four of Wands, I feel like there's someone new coming in. This is either going to be a new friend group or a new soul group. The Four of Wands, is coming through as soul family, as a rite of passage as well. I don't know, there's just, because I'll show you in the advice from Spirit, there's this adventurous spirit for you this month, Aries. The advice from Spirit here, you have the Knight of Wands, you have the Justice card, and you also have the Three of Cups. So this is an energy here, Aries, where Spirit is saying you need to go out of your own way. You need to get out of that nest. Three of Cups to the Knight of Wands. There's probably new love on the horizon for a lot of you, but basically you're trying to not break someone's heart. If I could summarize this reading in one simple thing, you need to do something for yourself that you know is going to break someone's heart, but you realize that if you don't live for yourself and you just kind of appease someone because they helped you in the past, you're going to be stuck in the past. You're going to be in a cycle that has no more expansion, and you're not going to be happy. So the frequency of this reading is either you're going to be unhappy, or the other person or the group is going to be unhappy who is helping you financially, or who there's this feeling of you owe something to someone. But basically what Spirit is telling you is that this person, or this frequency of like being tied, like you don't have to cut ties with this person or this group who's helped you, this energy. This could even be like a coach or like a mentoringship. Like if you learned from certain books, time to let go of the books and read new ones. But you may be like, it could literally manifest like this if it's just simple, where you're like, I don't want to give up this book. But basically you don't have to give it up forever. You don't have to give up the person forever, Aries, but there's new love coming in for you. Knight of Wands, Three of Cups. So for a lot of you, this is going to have to do with a romantic relationship where you feel like someone's helped you out. Someone lent you a helping hand when you didn't really have a lot. Like basically the frequency coming in, Aries, it's really hard to say this, because it's a frequency of like someone gave you unconditional love when you didn't have a lot. And not a lot of other people did. But now the frequency is, Aries, now that you have a few wins under your belt, you have this Three of Wands here. The person that you're dealing with, Aries, is unaware of the true nature of the relationship between you and them, or this group of people. Whatever it is that you're tied to here, that you feel like you're going to break someone's heart or break a group of people, they were meant to be there for a reason, for a season, but not forever, and they're having a lot of pain because they basically, there's just feeling of breaking someone's heart who was there for you when no one else was, and now that you're kind of building yourself up, you have all these other options to explore, and Spirit is saying, well, if you don't explore those options and you don't learn from the past that there is an imbalance here and that the thing has run its course, you're going to be very unhappy. And the mistake that most people make is that they try to make other people happy around them without making themselves happy first, but that's a simple recipe to make everyone around you miserable. So I don't know, Aries, there's this feeling of breaking someone's heart, maybe even breaking your own heart here. because a lot of you may have guilt for doing this. And it doesn't mean that you have to have a complete breakup, but someone's going to be unhappy with your new ventures. Okay, your new business plans, the new people that you're meant to be with. Love and money is coming in for you. It's abundant. Your problem is that you're too abundant, Aries, in May. You have so many opportunities that's I don't even think someone's jealous of you. I think they're just like, wow, like I can't believe this is happening. So there's no like, based on, this isn't like an ill will. Like someone, whoever supported you when you didn't have a lot, they're still going to support you from a distance though. And it's just very painful. So I've pre-shuffled some oracle cards to help you move through this reading. You have Green Tara, Supreme Protection. So it sounded like JFK, protection. You are protected. Cords are being cut. Move beyond limitations and trust. So cords are being cut. It's exactly what I sensed, Aries, where there's one individual or there's a group where you need to wear a cloak of protection and go onto your next adventure, no matter how much these people have helped you. And realize that what you put out is what you get back. So if someone helped you, they're going to receive good karma. That's what you have to let them know, even from you. You also have Freya, phases and cycles here. Okay, there is a beginning with every ending, Aries. Illusions are being released and revealed. It's almost like the feeling is like maybe you were dating someone and you didn't realize you were investing. It's kind of like the feeling where like let's just say, like, for example, to illustrate what I'm saying, like someone like pays for a trip for you to go to Puerto Rico or to go to your favorite vacation spot, and like you're enjoying the vacation, you're like, wow, thank you so much for like bringing me here, like this was like, thank you for that. And then the person like says a backhanded comment. Well, they're like, well, yeah, Aries, but I know that you're also going to do this for me really soon because, you know, that's how it works. And there's this feeling in your heart that turned where you're like, oh, this person wasn't just doing this just for me. They wanted something back. So they were investing in you rather than just pure-heartedly giving. So there's something that's in this reality that nothing comes free in this universe. If someone wants to give you something for free, they usually have a motive to get something back. And basically what's happening is like you're realizing like, well, you are probably giving back to the person who helped you here, but it's not in the way that they thought, and they're basically causing problems. You also have faith, humanity, and benevolence. Stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others, see the light in the world. So trust the good in yourself is kind of standing out, and others. So I feel like there's this feeling of like guilt, and like there's getting more information about how this person is going to be hurt by your decisions, basically. Because you have all these other options, it's hurting someone, and they feel like they invested so much in you, Aries. So let's go ahead and start clarifying some of these cards to get more information. First card that I'd like to clarify is why this 3 of Swords is here in your overall general energy. Okay, Aries, so you have to protect yourself here. Let's go ahead and see, Aries. Why is the 3 of Swords? Like, basically someone's viewing you as very narcissistic and self-centered when actually it's self-love. Right? This is like a very codependent narcissistic. Not that you're a narcissist, but you may have a codependent person that is like relying on you. And they did a lot for you though. So it's hard. It's like you don't even know what to do with this maybe. Why is the 3 of Swords here for Aries, though? Yeah, heartbreak over future plans. What I sense, the 2 of Wands is the centerpiece to your reading. It's now come out again. 3 of Swords to the 2 of Wands. The person who's helped you, the person who invested in you, now knows that you have the world in the palm of your hands. And it's breaking their heart because they know that you have other things. And depending on the person that you're dealing with, Aries, this could be a very conscious person who is kind of like the mother bird who knows she has to kick her little bird to fly out of the nest. So depending on the person, they could be very aware that this was going to happen and they're just kind of resenting it. For others of you, though, if you're dealing with more of an unconscious person, they're going to be very jealous, manipulative, and that type of thing, and try to keep you where you are. So you have to be aware of this, Aries. Let's also go ahead and clarify why the Judgment is here in your challenge, because like this is something that you know is happening. You're being called by Spirit to there's more people out there. There's more business deals. There's just more. The feeling is more. You may not even know exactly what, but you and this person, you and this group, you basically sense that you've come to the end of the road. There's a splitting of timelines here. Doesn't mean you have to completely rid yourself of this person, but, you know, it's tough. Okay, why is the Judgment card here for Aries? Okay, the Judgment card is clarified by the Knight of Swords. Yeah, challenges, you know you gotta go. You gotta go. Knight of Swords, don't give a shit, really. Freedom of guilt, you know, moving forward because you hear the call from Spirit. That's what a lot of people take things personally. They don't realize you're just being called from Spirit. Now, it's important to realize you're not bypassing and you're not just gonna screw someone over. You know, so maybe, you know, for some of you, this is the need to push forward in your life and to go on this adventurous thing, which Spirit is advising you to do anyway. But you want to make sure that you treat this person with love and care, because the advice is the Justice card. The challenge is the Knight of Swords, and the advice is the Justice card. So maybe you need to tell this person, speak from the heart and get something off your chest, but really it's about protecting your energy and not being afraid to go in the direction that Spirit's calling you to go, even if that may break someone's heart, because that's their problem then, because you have to be whole and complete within yourself. And I kind of feel like you're dealing with someone who it's like you're very important to them, and like I can honor that, but at the same time it's tough. Let's go ahead and see why the Four of Wands is here and what you don't see coming. I kind of feel like this is there may be like a new group of people that you're going to meet up with here. People are going to be upset about, I'm telling you, this person or this group's going to be upset about the new prospects you have, like new souls coming in, new business opportunities, new soul family for you. Five of Swords to the Four of Wands here. The Five of Swords is staring right at that Four of Wands. So there is a feeling of jealousy here. There's a feeling of, like someone feels like you robbed them even though you didn't. Like, basically the feeling is like someone gave something to you, they helped you out, and then like, instead of just doing that out of unconditional love, they're like expecting you to do the same thing in return, when you're like, wait, I thought you gave to me out of the pureness of your heart, not because you were investing and try to control me for the rest of my life. I don't know, Aries. So that's basically what I feel is happening. So apply that to your own situation, because it's always going to be subtly different for each and every one of you, Aries, but this is the energy that I'm picking up on. I also want to clarify why the Two of Wands is here in the centerpiece to your reading, because this is kind of like, depending on how you treat this person and how they respond, you're either going to keep them in your life or you're going to go your own way. Why is the Two of Wands here in the centerpiece and what you don't see coming? So things are going to accelerate here. Why is the Two of Wands here for you, Aries, for May? Two of Wands, why is it here? Two of Wands is clarified by the Chariot, what you don't see coming. Yeah, you're on the move. You could be traveling, some of you. Three of Wands, Chariot, Two of Wands. You could be traveling. This could be a physical breakup. You could be moving away from someone. You could be moving away from your family. You could be moving away. But you're not just going into solitude. The problem with this reading, Aries, is you're not breaking free from someone who helped you to go into solitude. No, you're not in the hermit mode at all. You're in fun, you're in like people probably like complimenting you. You're getting a lot of love from the universe, from other people. And that's probably because you worked on yourself. Because you can only experience a reflection of your own energy. And even this reading, Aries, is a reflection of your own energy. If you weren't vibrating on this frequency, you wouldn't even be a vibrational match to hearing this reading on some level. So if you're still here, Aries, there's this feeling of divinely protected. You're okay. And this is like the thing about the Aries man. Like, if you look into astrology, Aries men are... So if you're a man, Aries men, or even Aries in general, you're like the sun, and sometimes you burn people, but not because you are trying to. They stayed in the sun too long, and they got sunburnt. But you're just literally acting from spirit. There's no ego here with you, Aries. I'm telling you, and I'm the quick to call it out. If I sense that there's an ego problem, I'll call you on your shit. But not here. You're moving with the flow, the grace of the universe, and there's someone else with an ego problem. But obviously you have to take that person as part of yourself and ask yourself, well, because basically the way this universe works is that we attract people who mirror an aspect of our own self to each other. So they may be mirroring an aspect of your consciousness that you thought you already dealt with, like the super clingy, investy, codependent, controlling, overbearing energy a little bit. If that's in your reality, first of all, ask yourself, why am I a match to this person? Do I also have those qualities that I've just worked on? And is it just a reflection and echo to let me know of what I no longer want? So I don't know, just be aware of that, Aries. Now, let's go ahead and move to the advice from your spirit guide. I want to see why the Knight of Wands is here, because this is your challenge. The Knight of Swords is your challenge. So let's go ahead and see why the Knight of Wands is here for you, Aries, and your advice from spirit. Man, oh man. Shoulders get tight sometimes. I feel like it helps me, but I'm like, why are my shoulders so high? All right, Knight of Wands, why is this here from the advice from spirit for you? Okay. Knight of Wands is clarified by the Fool, Aries. Okay, this is what I thought. The message is really starting to repeat now at this point. You need to go your own way. And once again, it's not because you're trying to hurt anyone. You're innocent here, Aries, the Fool. Okay, you need to go and put that shit in the backpack and travel. If you guys have been thinking about traveling, Aries, this is the month to do it, May. Travel, extrovert, go out. And by the way, some of you who are not physically traveling, it's just going to be your own consciousness. I live in New York, right? And a lot of times there's these mental patterns that say oh, this place is so stupid, everyone's in their own ego, but then you don't even go out and explore your own neighborhood. I guarantee you, Aries, if you went out, maybe you can't afford to go travel, but you have this inclination, if you're feeling this reading, go into your own neighborhood. The world is so beautiful, so rich, so unexplored, but the mind makes it not. Because the mind thinks it understands everything, but it doesn't. So I'm not saying you have to go to freaking Mexico, but I'm basically saying that you need to explore in your reality, even if it means separating from this person or this group within staying where you are. There needs to be a mental separation or a physical separation. I want to clarify why the Justice card is here in the advice from Spirit, because this is definitely saying don't just freaking you need to be nice to this person because they were nice to you. I don't know, there's this feeling of you don't want to add karma to yourself. I don't know, let's see why the Justice is here, Aries, in, why is the Justice card here in the advice? It's kind of a big one, so I'm going to do one more. Why is the Justice card here on the advice for Aries? Yeah, this person's got some firepower behind them. You don't want to cross this person, Aries. Queen of Wands to the Justice card. I don't know, for some of you, depending on the situation, you have to be very bold. You have to be in that Queen of Wands energy and not give a shit and realize that you don't owe this person anything. But depending on your situation, Aries, you're dealing with a Queen of Swords. You could be dealing with a Libra, an air sign who's very this person might be a little bit maniacal or something. They might have a side to themselves where they didn't really show you at first, and it's all going to come out now. So basically, guard yourself. Wear a cloak of protection. Do you, but also try to take this person as part of yourself and treat them how you'd want to be treated, basically. But beyond that, you have to go do your own thing. Okay, this is some final piece of advice for you from Spirit. You have improving health. Okay, so this is probably going to improve your health. The reason you're feeling a call from Spirit is because most people think physical health problems are from physical foods. No, it's 95% emotional. You also have let go, Aries. Let go, okay? So obviously, based on this message, then you also have a year from now. So maybe a year from now, you and this person kind of rendezvous, or in a year from now, you're going to be in a completely different place with completely different people making more money than you ever have. in a very emotionally fulfilling environment. It's not money, but you do have that Ace of Pentacles, right? I sense this could also be a new offer. You may have a lot of love offers right now from other people, but a year from now, your life is probably going to be in a completely different place, Aries. So with that being said, I'm going to conclude this reading, Aries. I hope that you enjoyed it, and if you did and you want more information on your situation, feel free to book a personal reading with me. You can find the information on that in the description box underneath this video. Always a pleasure to work one-on-one with you guys. It really is. But I also obviously love these readings, and I hope you guys enjoyed seeing me on camera today. Let me know what you thought about it. How did you like it? Did you like it more? Did you like it worse? Let me know in the comments below. But with that being said, I'm going to conclude this reading. Hope you have a great May, Aries. Stay safe.